If you like that song, it's not out yet. You can't listen to it yet, but one day you will. If you know metal, then you probably know this woman by the name of Melisa Cross. Melisa Cross was one of the first, metal influencer creators. She is a classically trained singer and vocal instructor, like vocal coach. Also claims to be a harsh vocalist, which is the same as a regular one, but she teaches people how to metal scream, which, by the way, can be very dangerous if you don't learn how to do it properly, and you should probably get with a real vocal coach. I'm not a professional, but I've been doing this for 7 years now. I've taken lessons. I'm pretty sure that my technique is safe and healthy to do. So yeah, I should move this a little bit. So we're gonna watch a couple videos, and I'm gonna debunk the misinformation, because not only have I been practicing for 6 years, but I've also been learning and taking in information and analyzing a lot of information for 6 years, and even longer before I even got into learning how to do it. I already knew I knew enough to learn how to do it. So yeah, this is the first one we're gonna take a watch.
My name is Melisa.
Just from what I've heard so far. What? What? What is happening? Am I getting good?
Cross. I'm a vocal instructor and
Okay, good. I am. I had to make sure that I was getting audio feedback so that I can put the video right here. Okay, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What is she saying? I can't hear much. Should probably put headphones on, but I don't have good over ears that look nice on camera.
my name is Melisa Cross. I'm a vocal instructor and I specialize in screaming.
Melisa Cross is like the Amy Schumer of the metal scene. She has a lot of brand deals and celebrity endorsements, but she doesn't really know what she's doing. This is like if I were to teach an art class, but my art looked like this. Let's get back into it.
Screaming is not just for metal musicians.
Yeah, but the video was called "How to Scream Like a Rocker," so that's kind of counterintuitive to this video.
It's also used for voiceover artists. It can be effectively used on the stock market floor. It can be used by kindergarten teachers. There's a lot.
You don't. What? Don't do that. If you're a kindergarten teacher, don't scream at your children.
Lot of need for learning how to use your voice in this way. In order to
Step 1, master different types of screams. I feel like that's the big picture. That's not step 1. That's the end of 25 years in the music scene to master different types of screams. That's not step 1. That's like step 500.
master screaming and not just imitate it and get hurt. You need.
But that's what she's doing. She's the one that's imitating, because clearly from the first 5 seconds of what we heard, she wasn't actually doing anything. She was just making a noise.
to understand 4 different types of screams. One of the best examples.
That's not a fry scream. That she's just closing her throat and pushing air through it. That's not what a fry scream is. That's not a fry scream.
Examples of fry screaming is Anders Friedman from In Flames in the song My Sweet Shadow. To do fry screaming, you need to
Good song.
learn how to make the true vocal folds not phonate, and to create
I mean, that's not incorrect, but that is technically correct if you're learning how to do a pitchless fry scream.
different shapes in the mouth without interrupting the flow of the true vocal folds fluttering.
Okay. Not a false chord scream. That's her just shouting. She's just shouting. That's not what a false chord scream is. You're not just shouting.
In order to learn the false chord scream, you need to learn how to make the sound in the true vocal folds and to carefully lift the false vocal folds without tension. You can hear false chords.
I don't even understand what she's trying to say. Hold on. Maybe I missed something.
Go out of here! In order to learn the false chord scream, you need to learn how to make the sound in the true vocal folds and to carefully lift the false vocal folds without tension. You can hear false chord screaming from Corey Taylor in the band Slipknot in the song Spit It Out.
What? Okay, I don't understand what she's trying to say. Maybe what she's saying is technically true, but I don't know what she means by lift your false chords out. You can't change how you can't. That's not what that is.
You need to learn how to make the sound in the true vocal folds and to carefully lift.
You need to make the sound in the true. So just sing? Is that what she's trying to say? Because when you do a false chord scream, when you do a pitched false chord scream, you are singing, but you're just adding false chord distortion and then pushing it up and out that way with your diaphragm. But there is a clip of her out there saying that you shouldn't be singing or screaming using your diaphragm, which, if you're getting breath support anywhere else that isn't from your diaphragm, you are doing it wrong and you are going to hurt yourself. So anyway, let's move on.
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, that's closer to a false chord scream. But what is a death scream? What does that mean? I assume she's talking about the band Death, which popularized that type of scream. But just call it a low false chord scream, because that's what it is.
The death scream involves using the diaphragm.
Okay, diaphragm, which contradicts what she said in that other clip that I didn't download, but you have to take my word for it because I saw it.
With short bursts.
Don't do that. Don't practice and scream using short bursts of air, because that's your vocal cords punching each other. Don't do that. You're going to hurt yourself.
Of powerful air, the wind shear actually makes the vocal folds bark.
That's not incorrect. That's how you're stimulating your false chords, is by your diaphragm pushing through your somewhat open true folds that are just kind of going, and then right above that, that's where your false chords are. So that's not wrong, but she could have described that better.
You can hear the death scream in Cookie Monster on Sesame Street, and of course in death metal from the band Arch Enemy.
She could have used the description Death, the band Death, where the death scream came from.
When Angela Gossow was the lead singer. Happy birthday to you! To do hybrid screaming, you need to learn how to sing with a rasp.
No, to do a hybrid scream, you have to learn how to do a false chord scream and then a fry scream and then layer them on top of each other. What is she saying? She's just explaining gelato compression.
Without scraping the vocal folds. You can hear hybrid screaming from The Who.
No, you can hear belting from The Who, which is a whole separate thing that we're not going to get into because that's not what we're talking about.
In the song Love, Rain, or Me.
Step 2, avoid a common mistake. Don't try to be loud. Earlier, she described powerful bursts of air. When you are projecting, it shouldn't be any louder than your regular singing voice. And your regular singing voice shouldn't be that much louder than if you were to shout at someone, but not shouting in the way that you're making your voice loud, but shouting in the way that you're projecting your voice. So I don't think that's step 2. I think avoid a common mistake is a prerequisite to step 1.
I'm going to show you something. See this music box, right? If I play this in the air like this, you can hardly hear it. But
Okay,
if
I
put
think
it
she's
on
about
an
to talk
empty
about resonance and resonance chambers, which if she explains it well, then that's a point for Melisa here.
I put it on an empty box. It's loud. The box didn't need to get loud. The box has space in it. And so there's space in your throat. To learn to scream properly,
There's not space in your throat. There's space in your face, in your nasal cavity. There's space in your chest. There's not really space in your throat. Your throat is very compact. I mean, clearly, but
to learn
okay.
to scream properly, you make space in your throat, not try to be loud.
You shouldn't be changing too much in your throat to be making your screams sound louder. You should just be projecting better from your diaphragm and opening up your mouth more. You shouldn't be like opening up your throat, because that might actually close the part where the sound is coming from, because you have an esophagus in one part and then you have a larynx in the other part. So your throat is essentially made up of 2 different sections. So be careful. You shouldn't be opening up your throat.
Try to be loud. One of the added bonuses of learning how to scream is that you learn how to disassociate from out of control emotions. It's very therapeutic.
Okay, that's another one. You shouldn't be like screaming to get out anger. You should be going to therapy to get out anger. If you're screaming with emotion, then you're going to be way over projecting and you're going to be hurting yourself. You want to be very calm and collected when you're screaming, and you need to be very aware of your voice, because if you're not, then you're going to have a lot of issues.
To maintain control over your emotion, because you have to disassociate from it to learn the technical aspect of it. And that's very healthy. That's what we're all trying to do anyway. Tainted by media and...
Are we in the same scene? Does she know what these people have done? What do you mean, not tainted by the media? Are you for real? Did you miss all of Warped Tour?
Crap and, money, and it's...
Money? She must have missed. Did she fall into a coma and forget everything that's happened in the last 10 years?
Just so real. It's just straight from the heart. I mean, I was a hippie, and we lost the way, and these kids, they know the way. They got it for real.
All right, San Antonio, how you feeling?
That was weird. That was more of a... I guess that was more of a trailer for something. I don't know. For an advertisement standpoint, that conveyed nothing. They were just making noises, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for the technique. So that was just an interview, I guess. But I don't know how I feel. I need to get a haircut, dude. Am I in an alternative universe where that didn't make sense? I don't know. I'm open to my own criticism. If you guys think I missed something, if you guys want me to watch anything else that might explain what I just watched here, maybe I'll watch this whole thing. Maybe it says HBO. I have HBO. If this thing still exists, maybe I'll find it and watch the whole thing and then give my take on that. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Guys, be safe, be healthy. Don't overdo yourself. Learn. Learn properly. Yeah, if you guys have anything you want me to watch or do, I'm open to anything. So, thanks for watching. Anyway, bye.